Welcome back to the channel. My name is a-bomb. We're back with Football Manager 2020 and a deal with the Devils with Manchester United, and Season 2 starts today. And we will be playing a match today as we have the Community Shield against Liverpool, the winners of the FA Cup, which is Liverpool, the winners of the league, us, Community Shield, to kick off the season. And of course we'll be going through all the transfers I've made in the summer transfer window. There's still a few days left, but as of recording this, I spent £200 million. And yeah, hopefully it's enough to see us through to maybe get another league title, win as many trophies as we can this year, because we've got a Super Cup as well, which will be next episode against the Champions League winners, which I'm not quite going to show you yet. I don't want to spoil that. But yeah, we are going to kick off today with the Community Shield. But first of all, we'll go through our transfers. If you're enjoying the series and you're excited for Season 2 of this, then leave a like, leave comments, and if you haven't done so already, or if you're new, do consider subscribing and turning on notifications. So we'll start with the released players. Now there's some youngsters in here. Borthwick Jackson has had some first team games for United in the past. A lot of these guys I'm not really too familiar with. Ashley Young is the only first team player that has left the club. He's gone to West Ham after his contract expired. 17 league appearances last season, averaged 6.89. He wasn't too bad for us, but I think we had to improve on him, and we weren't going to get much money for him. He was on the last year of his contract, so we let him run that down. We've got Luke Shaw out there, and we have signed another left back. So now on to the actual sales. We'll start off with Sergio Romero, who's gone to Young Boys. He played in the FA Cup last season, also played the one EFL Cup match that we were in, which we lost against Arsenal. Starts off at £7.5 million, could rise to I think just over 9. He was a free transfer from Sampdoria, was very much a backup goalkeeper to David De Gea and probably played in some cup games and stuff like that. After a season-long loan at Everton, Marcus Rojo has left the club and gone to FC Copenhagen in Denmark. £7.25 million for him. I don't think we were going to get much more than that. I would have liked to get at least 10 million for him, but no one was offering that much. So he's gone to Denmark, Rojo. Phil Jones came asking for a move because he felt he'd achieved all he could at Man United and wanted a new challenge. He's gone to Leicester, £18 million. I don't think that's too bad. 18 million for a player that is, how old is Phil Jones? 28 years old. I think that's pretty good going. The board were trying to push for more. They were trying to block the deal because it wasn't enough, but Leicester wouldn't go any higher than that. So 18 million, it's all right. I did make one slight mistake with Phil Jones, though, in that we are still paying almost all of his contracts for the 3 years that he's at Leicester. I didn't see that. I didn't notice that. So that is not something that I'm too pleased about that I've missed. But you know what? We had the same with Rojo as well. Please don't be the same with Romero. I did the same thing with the others as well. I'm stupid. We're still paying a load of these people's wages even though they're out of the club. I can't believe I've done that. The last sale is the most expensive sale. Jesse Lingard's left. He's gone to Sheffield United, which is not what I was expecting. £30 million, which I think is fine. He's 27. He disappointed in the second half last season, started well, got 8 league goals, but then just sort of tailed off at the second end and just didn't play as much because Chong was in form, Mata played out there, so Lingard found himself out of the team. To get 30 million for him, I think is pretty good. Dean Henderson, the young goalkeeper, has gone on loan again. He's gone to Blackburn Rovers. Fred has gone back to Brazil. He's gone to Flamengo. And apart from that, it's all youngsters that have gone on loan. There's quite a few loans. But that's the sort of first team players that have left the club. Let's have a look at who we've brought in. We'll start off with some youngsters. We'll start off with Ryan Gravenberch, who's a Dutch midfielder. He's on loan at PSV at the moment, but he was signed from Ajax. And it was £17.5 million for a player that's got quite a bit of potential. 71 recommendation, but some good attributes in there. First touch is very good. Mentally, he's pretty good. 6'3", in the air, he's okay. Thais Magno is a Brazilian. We signed from Vasco da Gama. He's on loan at Wolfsburg, and we're trying to get him a work permit. He's played some games for the Brazilian under-20s, but I don't know if we're playing the first team or not. Again, just a bit of potential, and that was £10 million. So now into the signings for the first team. We'll start off with our new backup goalkeeper. It's Mike Maignan, who is a goalkeeper that's come from Lille and is already valued at £26 million. We signed him for £8 million from Lille. He is the first choice goalkeeper, but he's come to us. He's going to be the backup behind De Gea, and he might play in Europa League or maybe in the FA Cup or something like that. But yeah, he looks pretty capable, and he's only on 62k a week, so that's not too bad. And then we have 4 outfield players that are going to hopefully really improve the team. And we're going to start off with Jonathan Tah, German centre-back, who's come from Bayer Leverkusen. He's cost us £42 million. So it's an expensive player. It's a good player. I mean, technically, yeah, some really good ones in there. 15 marking, 15 tackling. That's the main basis covered, really. Going forward, hopefully he can be well as well. Ball playing defender, good composure, works well in a team, very physical. The strength and the pace is just really good. So I'm really hoping he can be a good defender for us. And I think him and Twanzebe will be the first choice pairing. And Lindelof will play some games as well. Still got Harry Maguire. So I think we're set for defence now. Luke Shaw's replacement is Ben Chilwell. I mean, who else was it going to be? It's another English left back, and he's come from Leicester for a hefty £48 million, but you're paying for English money, you're paying for homegrown, so I think that's sensible. I think Chilwell going forward looks pretty good. 13s and 14s technically, it's okay, it's not too bad. Good work rate, again, pacey, determined, good concentration, good anticipation, positioning, teamwork. I'm really hoping he can be good because he's cost a lot of money. We've got another option out wide. Douglas Acosta from Zebre. We're not calling him their real name anymore apparently because I don't want to get banned. He's come from them. £45.5 million for a 29-year-old wide player who's still very, very quick. I mean, his leadership's not great, but that's okay. He also can't head the ball, he can't throw a ball, and he can't mark. Apart from that, he looks great. Good crosser of the ball. Dribbling's great. First touch is good. Technique, flair, as I mentioned, pace. And then up front, bit of cover for Cavani. Who else is it going to be but Erling Haaland? Like, everyone signs him. I try usually to try and sort of stay away from the people that everybody else signed. That's why I'm not signing guys like Milinkovic-Savic. And like Haaland, I'm just so intrigued. I just want to see what happens with him. He's a wonder kid. He's 20, 16 finishing, 19 off the balls. Nice. Again, pace, strength. He's 6'4". I didn't realise he was even that tall. But him and Cavani, I think, are going to be sort of maybe both playing or maybe just sort of alternating games or something like that. I'm not quite sure. But Haaland, he's cost a £29.5 million from Salzburg. He only started 15 games in the Austrian League last season and got 12 goals. That's good going. He's got 1 in the Champions League as well. I think he's already got about 9 in the Champions League this season. So, yeah, I mean, I had to do it. I had to see what this kid's about because he is the talk of the town at the moment. And that's it. So £201 million has been spent. We've sold £69 million worth. Nice. As I said, a few days left. I think we do want to try and get in a central midfielder just to complete it, really. Maybe a more defence-minded one because Danilo Pereira is good, but behind him we don't really have a defensive midfielder. We've played Twanzebe in that role recently and also Phil Jones, but he's no longer here. So I think a defensive midfielder is what we're going to need. Not necessarily like a ball winner, but maybe like a regista sort of thing who can still offer something going forward. But we'll see what's out there. I've made some scout reports, or sent some scout reports already. So we'll see what happens. Just an idea of what's been happening elsewhere in the Premier League. £91 million is the biggest deal, and that is Milan Skriniar, who's gone from Inter Milan to Manchester City, who have also signed Florentino Luis and Moussa Dembele from Lyon. So City have been busy. Arsenal's highest purchase is Bruno Fernandes from Sporting. Liverpool have got Kondogbia from Valencia. So just an idea of what everyone else has been doing. Manager-wise, let's have a look at some more movements. Klopp was, of course, sacked the day after winning the FA Cup. And Guardiola is now the Liverpool boss after being sacked by Man City. So that's a big move that's been made there. Guardiola's gone to Liverpool. Pre-season, as you can see, 5 matches. We didn't lose. A 2-2 draw against Bayern, a 4-1 win against Frankfurt, and then a draw, and 2 5-0 wins in a tour of China. So we've got the Community Shield today. Next episode will be a double live com as we face Arsenal on the first day of the Premier League season at Emirates. That's going to be tough. And then after that, we do have our Super Cup against the Champions League winners. Again, I'm not spoiling who that is until we get to it. So that does of course mean that Rashford and Martial are still here. They haven't been transfer listed. We're going to give them another go because I didn't want to make too many sales. We've got some other people that are trying to get rid of as well. Alexis Sanchez being one of them, but nobody wants Sanchez, so I think he's stuck here. In fact, there has been a loan offer made by Granada, I think it is. We're paying like 10% of his wages, so we're still going to be paying most of that. But anyway, this is the team we're going to go with for the Community Shield against Liverpool. De Gea in goal, back 4, Chilwell, Lindelof, Twanzebe and Wan-Bissaka. No Jonathan Tah today. We're going to save him maybe for the league. Danilo Pereira playing behind Tonali and Pogba. Rashford on the left. Chong on the right. Cavani up top. Haaland's on the bench. Douglas Costa's on the bench. So we do have some new signings that could come on if need be. Liverpool knocked us out of the FA Cup last season and went on to win it. But we did the double over them in the league. How is the Community Shield going to go? Liverpool with the same team you'd expect. Kondogbia is on the bench, as is Matko Miljevic, who is a player they've bought from Argentinos, £3.6 million. But no Sadio Mane either, is he? Maybe gone somewhere. No, Mane is still at Liverpool, but he's got a hamstring injury. Okay, I don't know how many trophies we're in the running for this season, but let's see if we can get our first one here. I think there could be 5 or 6 potential trophies if we win everything. So that would be quite nice. And here is Cavani, 6 minutes into the game. He's making a run forward and could set someone up. Here's Rashford, and Rashford can't quite get that on target, just the wrong side of the post, but an early chance there for us. Ben Chilwell with a throw-in. Cavani heads it further on, but Alexander-Arnold is quick to get to that. And a ball forward by Alisson. And here is Mohamed Salah, who is under pressure, and Tonali's won the ball. Here's Cavani, and Rashford needs a bit of help here, but Chong is on his way in. Rashford's gone for goal and doesn't get anywhere near it, really. Van Dijk with the ball forward for Salah. Tonali again pressurising, but finds Alexander-Arnold to Salah. And Trent pulls it back for the Egyptian. Salah going for goal, only gets the side netting. And a free kick for Liverpool, 28 minutes played. It's Origi from range. Gomez, header forward by Twanzebe. Pogba further on. Here's Chong. And could set Cavani free here. Cavani is just offside, but he goes Rashford instead. Smart. Rashford, again, why is he shot? Stop shooting from there. I thought they'd fix that. Not long left of the first half. Fabinho to Alexander-Arnold. A header by Origi. Again, just off target. There's only been 1 shot on target in this first half. 11 shots and 1 of them's been on target. So poor finishing by both sides. Rashford is an inverted winger instead of an inside forward. Going to make that change there. Hopefully that will mean more crosses and less shots. We're 65 minutes coming up. Time to make a change. Tonali is going to come off. We're going to bring on Andreas Pereira. Make that change. Gomez looking for Salah. Finds Salah. That's a good ball. And Salah again. Liverpool have not had a shot on target yet. Now we've got a lot of yellow cards, but it's fine. Rashford's going to come off. Martial is going to come on. Douglas Costa is going to come on. Wing attack. Chong's been injured, so Costa will now move to the right, and Martial will come on. Not what we wanted. Salah, free kick. It's off the post. Oh, no, it was Wan-Bissaka cleared it off the line. Kondogbia is on. Gomez has space out wide. That's the end of that highlight. This has been a pretty dreadful match in all honesty. 2 shots on target by us, none by Liverpool. And approaching extra time, or is it straight to penalties? I can never remember with the Community Shield. But there might be time still. There's 5 minutes of stoppage time. Robertson's gone for goal, but that's wide and high. 93 minutes played. It's a throw-in for us. It's headed away. Danilo Pereira. Oh, he's lost out to Salah. Giving the ball away cheaply, and Salah outpacing the fullback here. And he's gone all the way, and he, again, only hits the side netting. Okay, we're going straight to penalties. So it's auto-pick. Alright, we're going straight to penalties. No extra time. It's a penalty shootout to decide the Community Shield. Pogba's taken first for us. Let's see how this goes. Pogba puts it wide. Of course he does. Why? Why would you do that? Okay, Salah. Come on, David. He saved it. So no goals yet. That's fine. We're back to square one again. Cavani. Rashford's not on, so he is not going to miss. Cavani scores. 1-0. Fabinho's next. He scored. It's 1-1. Martial to give us a lead again. What is wrong with our penalties? Goodness sake. Right, Alexander-Arnold. Come on, David De Gea. Save it. No, he hasn't. So Liverpool take a lead with 3 each. It's not what we wanted. It's Andreas Pereira next. Pogba, how did Pogba put his wide? Come on. Seriously. Have we forgotten how to take penalties? It's 2-1. We've had 1 missed and 2 saved. And if Firmino scores this, that's it. They've won. Neither of us deserve to win this. It's been a horrible game. If Firmino scores this, Liverpool win the Community Shield. And David De Gea gets to it. So we're still in it. Alright, we're still in this. And it's Danilo Pereira who's got to score. And then if De Gea saves the last one, then it's sudden death. And we're somehow still in it. That's asking a lot. First up, we need Pereira to score this. Come on. He has. Okay. Now, De Gea needs to save whoever's taking this. It's Gini Wijnaldum. De Gea's got to save this, otherwise Liverpool win the Community Shield. It's been a mad penalty shootout, a rubbish penalty shootout, a rubbish game. But we need to save this to stay in it and take it to sudden death. This is sudden death now, pretty much. This has to be saved. If Wijnaldum scores, they win. And, oh, it's been saved! How have we pulled this back? I don't know. Now it's Lindelof, who I think missed his penalty in the EFL Cup. This is to give us an advantage, and he does. So now it's 3-2, and it's Naby Keita. And now it's sudden death. If De Gea saves this, we win, and we've somehow clawed it back from being 2-1 down in the shootout and being 1 goal away from going out. If we save one now, we've won. Keita scores. Now it's Douglas Costa at 3-3. Sudden death penalty shootouts. Costa on his debut. Alisson saves it. Oh, God. This is ridiculous. This is absolutely ridiculous. Who is it for Liverpool now? It's Jeffrey Kondogbia, new signing. If he scores, Liverpool win. De Gea's got to do it all again. There's been 6 save penalties. Pogba missed the target with his. Kondogbia to win it for Liverpool. Left-footed. He's done it. And Liverpool win the Community Shield. We do not win it. So, 1 trophy possible. 0-1 so far. It's Guardiola as well. Oh, for God's sake. It's Guardiola's first competitive game in charge of Liverpool, and he already gets the trophy. They had 1 shot on target in the game. What is that? That was a dreadful game. Neither deserved to win that. Chong, 4 weeks out with a knee injury. Not good. I mean, upbeat Douglas Costa will step up again. I mean, he was one of 4 people to have their penalty saved or miss it. Pogba. So sadly, no Community Shield. So that's 1 trophy that we're not going to have this season. But we're going to try and get the rest of them. Premier League, Champions League, Carabao Cup, FA Cup, Super Cup. And then I think if we win the Super Cup, do we then go to the Club World Cup? Or is it always going to be the Champions League winners? I can never remember. But yeah, next episode, we're going to have the European Super Cup. But up before that, it will be Arsenal at the Emirates for the opening game of the Premier League season. And we'll see if we can get some points on the board straight away there. Might be room for 1 more signing. As I said, there's a few days left. So I do want to try and get in a central midfielder before that shuts. If not, I think we'll be okay. It would just be nice to have an extra player in there, I think. But if we don't get one, it's not the end of the world. But that is going to do it for today's video. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed it, do drop a like down below, leave comments, and if you haven't done so already, or if you're new, do consider subscribing and turning on notifications. No trophy today, but hopefully with the signings we've made, the £200 million we've spent, we can work towards getting as many trophies as we can in this season. No Community Shield, but that's fine. No one wants that anyway, and it was a dreadful game. Next time, Arsenal to open the league season on the Friday night fixture as well, and then the European Super Cup against the Champions League winners. But that's for next time. For now, thank you for watching, and I will see you soon. Goodbye.